Hello YouTube, Nintendo64 Corner coming at you with another video. This is going to be part number 2 of my box art, Nintendo 64 box art reviews. This is going to be part number 2 for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. If you haven't seen my part 1 of this, go down to the link below and go to check it out so that you get the full review of this. The reason I have to do this in 2 parts is because the camera life on my, the battery life on my camera is absolute garbage, so I can't record more than 10 minutes at a time. But all that aside, this is part 2 for my Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So in the first video I had the first 2 categories. It was the front cover for the first one, which I gave 5 out of 5, so 5 points out of 5 points. Each category gets 5 points per category. And then number 2, the back cover, I gave that 4 out of 5. And if you want to look at the reasons, check down that link below. Go check it out, or go check out my channel. Got the video uploaded, ready to go. So, moving right into category number 3. So this is going to be box to cart correlation. So this is going to be talking about how well this correlates with the box itself. And for this one, I gave it 4 out of 5, so 4 points out of the 5 possible total points you could have got. And the reason I gave this only 4 points instead of 5, the reason number 1 is links directly to the front cover to play it safe and cool. Instead of trying to come up with something crafty or creative, they kind of just stuck with the original design of the front cover to go with the cart. Which, in my opinion, it works great, but I know some people would have liked to seen something a little bit different, you know, for displaying reasons or anything like that. But I do like the idea that they kept the front label on the cart symbol, just like the front cover for the game itself. And then the reason number 2 I gave it is formatting on the label works for displaying without taking away from the box if you display it outside of the box. So to clarify, this is really gearing towards collectors. A lot of them like collecting the carts only. A lot of them don't like collecting the boxes because they are expensive. So I'm going to go with example number 1. If you just collect carts, this does not take away from anything. It's not too ugly. Obviously mine's a little bit faded because my original card's a little faded, but new, it's nice, crisp, and gold. And the labels down here, this stuff, just situate that again. This stuff down here does not take away from the actual title of the game itself. So I feel that they did a very good choice without making these so big that it takes away from this. So if you wanted to display it, it won't be, oh, what's the game called? E for Everyone, or Nintendo 64. You know, it's Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, because they made the text big enough on the game itself so that you wouldn't be too taken away from what the game actually is. And then what I personally do is when I do this, I like displaying it with the carts, and obviously it covers up the text a little bit, but you get this guy right here, and the cool part is obviously this guy right here, the sword and the shield, so that doesn't block it. And then you can get the full name right here, so I think it doesn't take away from the box at all, so I thought that was a very smart choice that they went with. And then like I said, some people, for reason number 3, some people, I don't know who, I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but I would assume a couple people here and there, they would have liked to seen something different on the cart, you know, maybe like the Ocarina, because it is called Ocarina of Time, or a shot of Link riding through Hyrule Field, or anything different than what the front cover is. But like I said in reason 1, they decided to play it safe and cool, and they decided to go something simple, which I like, and I know a couple of people probably wouldn't like it, but in my opinion, I thought it was a very good design choice to go with the simple label for the cart to correlate with the box. I'll set that aside for now, actually I'll put it right there, the way I display it. There we go. I might move it a little bit later. But moving on to the last category, and this one is called comparison to other versions or regions. And this one I definitely gave a 5 out of 5, hands down. And here's the reasons. So here we have, see if I can zoom out a little bit. Maybe back here. There we go. Got most of it. So this is the Japanese packaging for the N64's Ocarina of Time Legend of Zelda. The reason I gave for this one is that this version, it still has the sense of adventure. You know, when you look at it, Link looks very awesome. And then, you know, he still got the same labels and everything. It may be a little bit different, but it's exactly the same thing. They used a different image while at the same time still capturing that sense of adventure or wanting to go on this grand adventure. I thought that worked out very well, and obviously it worked because it's arguably the greatest video game of all time, and the boot, it gives a nice box art to look at. So this is, I'm just gonna go with reason number 2. This is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, and what I like about it is that it actually ties all the other regions in. So when you think about it, you got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's more similar to this one right here compared to the other one on the Japanese version, and it's got this little logo from the Japanese boxed Ocarina of Time, and the gold matches the PAL region box, which is the reason number 3. I thought it was I thought it was very good at tying in all 3 of them for this. And then the PAL region it's the gold text with the black backdrop, which works very cool. And I liked what they did with the 3DS. The way I view it, they put all 3 box arts into one, which was very cool. So that was my reasons I gave for category number 4, and I gave it 5 out of 5. So total score for all 4 categories, so you had 5 out of 5 for the front cover, 4 out of 5 for the back cover, 4 out of 5 from box to cart correlation, and 5 out of 5 for comparison to other versions / regions. So your total overall score for the box for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I gave 18 out of 20, which is a 90% out of 100%. So an A- essentially. And a couple of reasons: good visuals to match the theme of adventure. The simplistic nature of it intrigues the buyers. It grabs their attention, makes them want to pick it up and at least look at it. And then the overall color palette that they use, so the gold and the red and the blue, all that stuff, really gives it a good presentation. So overall, this was a very well done box, very good. Little designs on the side. You can kind of get you a full 360 there. Yeah, so 90%, 18 out of 20 possible points. So an A- for box. I absolutely love this game. I love the box art. If you guys would have given this a different score, maybe a higher score, or maybe even a lower score, leave a comment down below. And I'm going to wrap this up with just saying, I hope all of you have a great Thanksgiving break or weekend or whatever it is you're going to do, because I'm doing this around Thanksgiving. I'm going to wrap this up with Nintendo 64 saying, adios, farewell, take care guys, and I'm signing out.